When you're looking at vending, the rule of thumb is you spend about 1 hour per week per machine, right? So a lot of the challenges that many people thought, well, I love the idea, but how am I going to find the locations? A lot of the business models we work with will actually locate the locations for you. So they'll actually come to your market. They use a lot of data. They know where the schools, all the large employee centers are, where there's big office buildings with, hundreds of employees. They have this down to a science. So they actually will come to your market and help you locate these. So there's several different business models that we work with, but one of them in particular, they actually will come and place the machines on your initial order, and they'll not only find the location, they'll actually give you a guarantee of how many vends per week. So if you don't hit 100 vends per week, they actually move the machine for you. So that's like a huge bonus, because I know as I looked in this business many years ago, the concern is, well, how do you find the locations? And over time, so they actually place the first batch of machines for you, and really what you want to do is you want to learn as you're learning the business. You want to figure out where those best locations are, because you're going to know your market better over time. And then on future machines that you're going to identify the locations. With this business model, you actually go to a 2-day training. They train you the ins and outs of the machines. You get assigned a coach that actually operates a vending business themselves, and you have a kind of a coach for as long as you own the business. And then, like I said before, if that machine does not get at least 100 vends per week, they will actually relocate the machines for you. This company, what's really nice about this too is you can actually finance up to 90% of these machines with SBA financing. So I have a bank in the Midwest that I work with. They'll finance 90% of these machines, 90% of total costs, I should say. So you can even build in working capital. So let's say you bought $100,000 of machines. That means an equity injection would be $10,000. A couple other nice bonus things to think about with vending and why I like this industry. There's something called Section 179. So many of you out there might have a W-2 job, right? You're paying, and if you look at your pay stub, you probably pay a lot of taxes. So a CPA once told me, he said the tax code was not written for W-2 employees. It was written for small business owners. So there's something called Section 179. So if you bought $100,000 of machines, and I'm going to put quotations up. I'm not a CPA or tax attorney, so you should always consult one. But a lot of people buy these machines and then they can offset some of their earned income. So that means they pay less taxes. And so as you add more machines each year, you have that offset. And also, when you own a small business, there's other write-offs. If you haven't owned a business before, you can set up self-directed retirement vehicles. A nice thing too is you have children that could potentially work in the business. You can pay your kids. I believe it's up to, and don't quote me on this, up to $14,600, which has some huge tax advantages. So not only is this business good from a time commitment and being what I call semi-absentee, or right? If you're spending 1 hour, so if you had 10 machines, you spend 10 hours per week. So there's a lot of write-offs there, and it's financeable. So my background was in real estate investing, and when I look at the opportunity in vending, and I go, well, if I spend $100,000 in vending versus buying a rental property for $100,000, and I look at the leverage I can get with SBA financing. If you have 10, I look at those 10 vending machines as little houses, right? Little doors. And so each one of those, if you look at if you're looking to increase cash flow, owning and operating business like a vending business makes a lot of sense, because because you're a business owner, you get better tax write-offs. And then if you look at your cash flow, you're going to get a much better cash flow owning vending machines versus buying like a single family rental property. So early on in my career, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a lot of rental properties. I'm going to buy them in Indiana because it's, the cost per versus rent is good. The problem is like one thing goes wrong and you don't make any cash flow. So then I realized years ago that really the secret is first creating an operating business that produces cash flow. and then invest that money into real estate long term because that's going to be your long term wealth principle. And that's why I always I call it the triangle method. You need tax strategy, operating business, and buy real estate long term, and that's going to help you get where you want to go. Now, many of you, as I talk to many different people that are looking to get into owning a business, a lot of people say, "Hey, I want to own a laundromat." Laundromats are hard to finance. Most of the businesses acquisitions are hard to finance because they don't report income and you can't get SBA financing. So you need a lot of cash or you need seller financing. So I look for businesses where it's easy to get in, it's easy to operate, and I think vending hits those marks. Now, so the other thing that you can do too is a lot of you are like, hey, I really want to get out of my job, but we got to take the first step. So let's say you had 10 vending machines, and that's going to give you X amount of cash flow. As soon as you get to 60 or 80% of what your W-2, now you have enough cash flow where you can actually go and leave the job. I came up with a framework, and I have to get it for you guys at some point and send it to you. But basically, a transition blueprint. Like how do you transition out of the W-2 and not do it like hastily where you're in a money crunch, right? So like getting into a business first, and that's why going back to why I call this a gateway business, because it's simple, it's easy to understand. You don't have to hire a bunch of employees. Now, granted, there are vending operators that have huge warehouses, 16, 20 employees, and they're running a full-scale business. But a lot of this can be done with you. And then also, if you have children, it's a good legacy business because if your children are in high school and they can drive, wouldn't it be cool if they built their own cash flow? So when they graduated high school, they could, basically have enough cash flow to live off of. And then they could maybe, if they wanted to go to college or maybe they wanted to own another business. So when I'm talking about a gateway business, could you scale this to be a full-time thing? Of course you could. It's going to take time. You're going to have to, occasionally add more machines. But I look at it as, can I get enough cash flow to help me as when I transition to leaving my job, that I have enough cash flow coming in where I'm not stressed and I've saved up reserves. I have 6 to 9 or 12 months of reserves, living reserves. Then this will help you transition. Not only that, because you got the write-off, you're also saving more on your W-2, right? Because you're getting some more of that tax back, potentially. I'm not a CPA, but I have CPAs you can talk to. So that's kind of my overarching strategy. So many people I'm working with, they start with vending, and then once they get this up and running, they grow it over time. They systematize it. And then when they're ready to exit the business, we then get them into a different home service franchise model, a B2B model, et cetera. So it's kind of the blueprint. But I like businesses that are easy and like a business like this. Laundromats, yes, but it costs about $1 million to build out a laundromat, and many of us don't have 300 grand to put down. The other reason is on this is I like the fact that you can leverage into it with SBA financing. SBA financing, you need about a 680 credit score, outside income that supports outside debt. Generally, your utilization under 30%. So that means if you have a $10,000 high credit card, you're not charged up. You're at 3,000 or less on the loan balance. So just go to vendingwebinar.com and then fill out your information, and we will get a hold of you. If not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, there's probably going to be a handful of you that out of this group here, there's a good amount of people on that want to talk. And look, if vending's not the right business, let's talk about other businesses. I can help you. We actually give people an assessment to figure out what business would make the most sense for you. But if you're W-2'd and you're pretty busy during the day, vending is a good gateway business. And I hope you enjoy this segment. We do a lot of events. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn about SBA financing. We interview entrepreneurs. We talk to different franchisors. We talk to different people in vending and different things like that. So anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Look forward to meeting you. My mission is to help 10,000 aspiring entrepreneurs become successful business owners. And I hope one of you or all of you take the challenge and invest in yourself. All right. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon.
Are you ready? It's time to get the tools, prompts, and guidance you need to scale your business. With my team of VAs, my calendar stays full with qualified appointments. Now I want to help you do the same. Hi, I'm Beau Eckstein, and I've put together an exclusive ebook that will help you supercharge your productivity, scale your operation, and close more deals using virtual assistants and AI. Here are the key points you'll discover: productivity boost, scalable systems, and how to close more deals. In this free ebook, you'll discover proven strategies I've used in my own business, strategies that have helped me go from doing it all myself to building a high-performing team that runs like a machine. Get your free copy now and unlock the secrets to growing your business faster than ever before. Please visit bizscalingplaybook.com.
Hey guys, Beau Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.